Here we are.
Scan and Go shopping's pretty awesome, but don't take our word for it. Just ask our members. Save time and skip the checkout line, which we hear is the best thing ever. See for yourself. Join Sam's Club for $45 and get a $45 gift card. Visit special.
So we pause for a cause. Good evening, everybody. I hope the night finds you well. I am taking it easy tonight. I have my cup of turmeric tea with my Team Gibbs cup. Oh, and it's yummy. It is. Let's see. What is this one? This is the Twinings Soothe Tea with turmeric. Oh. That warmth that goes down and just fills you up. Gives you little goosebumps. How is everybody's sleep? Mine has been quite the erratic. If you tend to feel the weight of the world, that's a good sign you're empathic. Lots of people angry and afraid still. I would like to send light and love to everybody. Let everyone's heart be filled with peace, with hope, with serenity, compassion, joy. When you're trying to find a thread to hang on to, close your eyes and imagine someone that the thought of them makes you beam, that your heart swells, that you are filled with such joy that it almost catches your breath. And when you have a good, firm grasp on that one person or one thing that has you elated, and you hold it here, and you blossom. Pardon the internet glitches every now and then. So having this firm grasp, this image inside your heart, inside your mind, and smile, because it makes you lift up. It raises your energy. It raises your hope. And then effectively you channel that right back to the person that you're utilizing as your imagery. That one to, maybe it's your firstborn, or it's your best friend, or your parent, or your sibling. but that one connection that is so strong. You can't imagine life to be any different, life to change. And continue to sit in that feeling, that sense of being, and then see the rest of your family and project that upon them. Close your eyes if it's easier for you to bring up the feeling, the sense, and then imagining that you are coloring a panoramic view of all of these people in your lives, all of your friends, your family, your children, your grandchildren, your grandparents and parents, your city, your state, your country, wherever you're at, and fill all of that with that love, with that joy that you just created in your heart. I call it piggybacking on the one thing you can, in an instant, pull it up and feel it and be not engrossed, but I'm going to say engrossed. You're just so totally enveloped in that feeling, that sense. And you can paint that now upon the planet, upon your job, upon children you care for, people you care for, people that are so far from you that you really don't know what their circumstance is, what their feelings are, how well or bad off they might be. And you paint this love, this peace and joy upon them. And you remember, we are all from the same source energy. We're all from the same ocean. We're all from the same creator. It doesn't matter what name you are comfortable with that you give to this power. If it's God, if it's Buddha, if it's Yeshua, if it's Joe, the great creator, Father, Mother, God, doesn't matter, because it's still the same. I am fond of believing, actually I'm going to say knowing. If the book says that God has over 10,000 names, nobody knows those names. So how do you know that the names that people choose to call their creator isn't right, isn't the real name? I don't know. I'm not going to suppose. Identify what your soul is comfortable with. And go there. I am being beeped, it looks like. Yes, beeping. A brief pause with the internet deciding to take a hiccup. So, the silent minute. The silent minute was born out of a moment in history, over 100 years ago. Two young British officers in the mountains around Jerusalem, on the eve of another great battle. And the two were conversing over what ifs. Hello, my love. I'm glad to see you. One of the officers was Wellesley Tudor Pole, a young man in the British Army, and he and another fellow were talking about what ifs. Hi, Mindy. Love to you too. I was just starting my recounting of the night in 1917 that brought about the Silent Minute's birth, I guess we could say. And cleaning my glasses because I couldn't see. Did your mom tell you about the brilliant idea I had? Lunch. After getting those pictures, I really, really, really want to go. Boy, do I want to go. So, I digress. So, on that night, it was early in December of 1917, they were discussing the war, the possible aftermath, all the what ifs and what could be. And what do you think? And the one young man had something overcome him where he realized that his days on earth were shortened, that he really didn't have much time left. And he recounted that in conversation with Wellesley Tudor Pole, that he should not come through this struggle. And like millions of other men in the war, it would be his destiny to go on. But he also told Mr. Pole, or Officer Pole, that he would go on and survive, and he would live to see an even greater battle with more conflict, and his role would be very vital in that war. And this would be fought out in every continent, every ocean, and in the air. Comes to remember them, those who had passed, those who died, that we shall long to play our part wherever we may be. Give us this opportunity to do so, for that war for us will be a righteous war. We shall not fight with material weapons then, but we can help you if you will let us. We shall be an unseen but mighty army. Give us the chance to pull our weight. You will still have time available as your servant. Lend us a moment of it each day, and through your silence, give us an opportunity. The power of silence is greater than you know. When those tragic days arrive, do not forget us. And then, of course, history plays out where in 1940, then Major Wellesley Tudor Pole had suggested and brought forth to the Prime Minister Churchill, and then by that, the grace of the King George, and the cabinet. So with Big Ben's bells having been silenced during the blitz of the Nazis upon Great Britain every night, through some string pulling and whatnot, they got the BBC to start the bells. And this would be the signal for everyone to come together, no matter where they're at, and to take that silent minute. And by being in that stillness, that allowed those of our ancestors or their ancestors, those men and women who died in the wars previous, to be part of that moment. And it's fascinating to learn that around sometime in 1945, after all the hostilities had ended, an intelligence officer, I can speak, in questioning a high-ranking German officer, he had asked him what he thought was the one thing that turned the war against them. And the officer said that during the war, you had a secret weapon for which we could not find no countermeasure and which we did not understand. But it was very powerful. It was associated with the striking of Big Ben at 9 each evening. I believe you called it the silent minute. And here we're faced at a time of so much speculation and uncertainty. And it doesn't matter whose side you're on. It's not about sides, but it is about peace. And not just peace here in the United States, but in Europe, in Asia, in South America, all over the world. There are people in despair. There are people in pain. There are people in fear. And so I want this minute that we will take here to be our joy, our peace, our love, as one heart and one soul, sent out all over the globe. But it begins here within us, in our heart. And so if you, in your silence, just think for a second, we are one soul. We are one heart. And then move forth with peace, serenity, a sense of calm, that love for one another becomes the whole of the law. That goodwill and the desire to do goodwill fill the hearts of every man, woman, and child. And let it be. If you take a minute, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Let yourself come back more to the present. I want to thank you for being here and sharing this with me. I don't see me stopping this anytime real soon. Definitely planning to the end of the month. I would like to take a moment with you here with me and ask that we all just send loving thoughts for healing, for comfort, for those that we know are in pain, who are fighting disease and fighting fear. Give them comfort and give them strength. Thank you. Raise a cup, have a toast, and say, I love you. Any questions or any thoughts on tonight? I talked a little bit more than I really had intended to. Let's see. Don't know if I can get that for you or not. Oh, yes, I can. I will do it this way. When in doubt, there is always a way. There it is. I found it. Come on, open up. And there. All right, my love. Angela, I am sending this to you. Yeah, I'm not going to. I don't see myself stopping. I'm sure that the universe will give me a gentle nudge if I'm supposed to do something different, like having a book drop on my head. Mindy, you are always welcome. You have no idea how much you're loved. Now, I can't wait for us to go check out that Brazilian place. I want to eat meat. I know I'm being silly. But I sent you a link, Angela. Get your cup of salt water and maybe sit down with that before you go to sleep. It's not long. Master Co was rocking tonight. And on that note, I bid you both a blessed night. Namaste. Mitakoe washin. To the sisters, I know you're out there somewhere. I love you. To Peter, much healing. And I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Or maybe I should say same cat channel. No, that same kitty channel. Anyway, good night, everyone. Yes, you're going to like it a lot. All right, I'm pushing the button. I will see you on the other side.